Welcome to the channel. My name is Matthias. Today we're going to talk about Loki, Agent of Asgard, issues 11 to 14. Written by Al Ewing, and the thing is that I'm sort of jumping into the deep end of the series. I have no idea what happened in the previous issues. I have to backtrack. By accident, I bought the second volume of this series instead of the first one. It's a pretty great read in general anyways. So we start off with issue 11, where everyone seems to be really pissed off with Loki. He seems to be responsible for the death of Kid Loki, which everyone really liked Kid Loki. Again, I have to backtrack to see what went down. And the big focus that we get in all these issues is that Loki wants to break away from his destiny in becoming evil. He doesn't want to be the bad Loki, the god of mischief anymore. Ever since he's become the agent of Asgard, basically he struck a deal that every time he does something really good, his past sins are just erased from the records. And the really interesting thing is that the main villain to the series is an older and more bitter and much more evil version of Loki from the future. He wants to make sure that young Loki is going to be destined to become him. And we get this really interesting moment where older Loki captures the young one. And he explains to him, look, I'm going to show you that I'm you, and anything that you do, no one will accept you. And he shows all the kick-ass things that he had done in his past. And every single time he put in the best effort, but no one accepts him. At the end of the day, everyone tells him, you're the god of lies. You're going to screw us over sooner or later. This actually ends up breaking Loki's spirit and leads to him being even more evil in the future. And this is the main fixation of the young Loki in trying to break this cycle. And what happens, it seems that old Loki kills the young one. He disappears for many months, but when he comes back, he seems changed. And what we discover is that somehow Loki has been able to redefine himself. He's not the god of lies, the god of mischief anymore. He's the god of stories. So it's not explained, at least in these issues, how he becomes the god of stories in the first place. Because now he's insanely powerful, and his main power is that he can establish his own narrative. He becomes a very meta character. And another thing is that he changes gender, like on the fly. He's like very fluid with that. It is sort of hinted that young Loki had gone to the past when seemingly he had died, and discovered that the Asgardian gods are just a product of a storyteller. An old Viking storyteller had brought all the Asgardians to life with his stories. And this sort of mirrors some key concepts that we got with the Earth X, Paradise X, and Universe X trilogy. I think I got the order wrong, but the thing is that the Loki in that story sort of had the same story arc. So discovering this allows Loki to redefine himself, because he's just a product of an old man's story. The interesting thing about this version of Loki is that he's going to survive the multiverse collapse, and he's going to pop up later on in the 8th iteration of the Marvel Universe. So I hope you guys like this video. See you guys next time. Bye.